Hello, students. Welcome back to our English class. Dear students, today I am here with the English book of Standard 6, Question Answers of Chapter 1, Meeting Cezanne, authored by Sir Michael Morpurgo. So let's take up understanding the text, answer these questions. Question number 1. Who was going to visit the inn? Was he someone important? How do you know? A famous painter was going to visit the inn. It was clear that this man was an important person because there was a bustle in the inn as everyone prepared for his arrival. In the evening, Amending also mentions to Janik that the inn's best customer would be visiting. Now let's take up the second question. Why did Amending try to remove the burning tablecloth from the fire? The answer is Amending tried to remove the burning tablecloth because the famous man, who was an artist, always did a drawing on the tablecloth for her father to show his appreciation for the food. Therefore, drawings such as this one were thought to have value, and thus Amending tried to save it from burning. Let's take up another question. Question number 3. Did Amending think her father would be angry with her for the burnt tablecloth? What tells you this? The answer is yes. Amending thought that her father would be angry with her for the burnt tablecloth. We know this because she got very angry with Janik and shouted and screamed at him in front of everyone because she knew how important that tablecloth was to her father. Question number 4 is an extract. I thought she was going to lie. And the question is, who is the speaker talking about? Why does he think that she is going to lie? The answer is, the speaker is talking about Amending. He thinks that she is going to lie so that her father would not get angry with her and instead direct his anger towards Janik. Question number 5 is again an extract. I had worked out exactly what to do and how to do it. The question is, what was the speaker going to do and why? What does this say about him? The answer is, the speaker had decided to make things right and make Amending happy again. This tells us that he is thoughtful and cares about other people's feelings. Now let's take up the next question. Question number 6 is an extract again. Now that I was this close to him, I could see he was indeed very old, but his eyes were young, bright, and searching. The question is, how has this image of the painter been contrasted against Janik's first impression of him? The answer is, when Janik first saw the old man, he only noticed his aged appearance and his bald head. However, when he met him for the second time, he noticed a special spark in the old man's eyes, which told him that this person was sharp and able to understand things that were not said. This made Janik approach him and even think about him differently. Now let's take up the second question of the same extract. The question number B. How does Janik's initial reaction to the old man's appearance prepare you for the rest of the events in the story? The answer is, Janik's initial indifference to the old man makes us take notice of him, and we realize that he is not an ordinary man. This adds to the element of suspense and makes us curious to know what happens in the rest of the story. Now, let's take up the seventh question. Just as I'd seen them in Brittany. The question is, what did the speaker see in Brittany? What did he compare that sight with? Do you think he was surprised that they were so similar? The answer is, the speaker had seen 4 sailboats racing out into the sea with the lighthouse in the background. He compared the sight with the drawing that the man had made for him. Yes, he was surprised to see how similar the sketch was to what he had seen. Now let's take up the next question, probably the last one, question number 8. Throughout the text, the famous man is described as the greatest painter in the world. And yet, at the end, he wishes his name was Cezanne. Why do you think someone who's already famous will want to be known by the name of another famous artist? What does this say about how he feels about Cezanne? The answer is, I think someone who is already very famous will never want to be known by the name of another famous artist. But Paul Cezanne was a famous artist who had inspired many modern painters like Pablo Picasso. Hence, Picasso wants to be known by his name. This shows his respect for Cezanne. Dear students, this was all for today's Question Answers Chapter 1. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.